5 Tire Rack One Lap of America, presented by Grassroots Motorsport Magazine, with coverage brought to you by HP Tuners. You join us here in Peru, Indiana, at the amazing Grissom Air Force Base. It is overcast, it is cold, and it is windy, as it normally is here because it's an Air Force base. In any event, we have all of our one-lappers, as you can see behind me, lined up and ready to go. This is our Autocross event. They're each going to get 3 runs, and then they're going to head off to St. Louis to go to Gateway for tomorrow. But we're going to bring you the action for most of the Autocross here today. We're going to bring you at least 1 of the 4 runs here before we start packing up and taking care of some stuff before we hit on the road. As always, we'll be releasing some more in-depth coverage a little bit later today through our socials. But Brian and I are here. Brian, you can say hi.
Hello, everybody. Good afternoon.
You don't need to keep it on me. I don't look like a car.
Woo!
Oh.
Vroom.
So this morning, the skid pad was a little bit tricky for individuals, wasn't it?
Yeah, there was some very, very low G numbers. A lot of them in the mid-7s.
Yeah.
So if you got in the 8s, you were doing pretty good this morning.
Yeah, I mean, we just heard from a bunch of the competitors as we pulled up, and people saying that there was just a whole lot less grip than they thought there was going to be. So, yeah, I mean, it's definitely something different.
Even Brocker did kind of poorly in the Palisade this morning.
I know, I was there inside. Go for a little bit of a ride. Well, yeah, so let's see here what we're looking at. So, oops. Let's see if we can, I know we had posted some results. It certainly is windy out here.
Started to feel a little bit of moisture.
Could, yeah, I feel about it. You're right. You are correct. Hello to all 4 people watching right now.
Yep.
Hope you're having a wonderful Saturday. Today's Saturday, right?
Yes.
All day.
I think so.
Car number 9. Are you ready? Are you warming up? Red Porsche number 9.
Red Rocket,
Red Rocket, right? All right, so let's look at the skid pad. So who do you think took the top spot? And what do you think they were driving, Brian?
Andy Hollis in a Hyundai.
Nope.
Ray Junkins in a 2002.
Nope. Believe it or not,
Robert
Camaro.
Dubler in a HHR.
A Camaro. 2019 ZLE with a 0.897. And in the past, we've had in the 9s. I mean, so this was significantly lower grip.
Yes.
But guess who got second? Steve Loudon.
Wow, in the Viper.
So,
that he's only had about 2 weeks.
right, and then you've got the 718 Cayman of Sheamer. But it's very interesting to me that the all-wheel drive vehicles with the tires that everybody thought were going to go out and really do great, not so much so.
So which Camaro was it that won? You just said Camaro. You didn't tell us who.
I did.
No, you did
I said
not.
the number.
You said
it was the 2019 ZLE, number 40.
Who is number 40?
Well, that's Sun Chen and Justin Shish.
How about that?
So a disturbance in the force early on, and well, we can walk up and go check out the stuff here.
Yep.
People wheeling around jacks. I don't know why. I don't know what they're really changing for this. And we've got Nick Galata out there.
I actually think Josh is at the wheel for the Autocross.
I think you're right, because Nick just walked out of the bathroom. It'd be very impressive if he was doing both. As you can see, all the one-lappers kind of making their way over to check out everything. Why don't we go up by where Gabe is? Probably going to be a better locale. So I'm still trying to figure out that airplane down there.
I think it's, I believe it may be a Mesa West.
Corvette making some good noise as it pulls away.
With about 30 times more wing on it than it needs.
That's a lot of wing. Well, not really, because the damping of those, you know, I've never been a fan of. So I think that wing is probably helping it quite a bit. Traction control kicking in as they're trying to turn the steering wheel and accelerate away.
Yep.
You know, slower can be faster sometimes. This should be pretty good. I think we've got the right car for this year.
Andy at the wheel.
Yep.
You know, I was talking to Alex yesterday during tech and asking him about the car, how it was doing, and he goes, "It's the best the car has ever been since he's owned it." So
that's saying something.
Watch out for Super K this week. They, no problems. They're definitely into the field all week.
Well, you know, we talked to them this morning as they were waiting in line, and they came here to, you know, to take a podium, and they're not looking for the runner-up.
Nope.
You know, I am noticing the track is particularly dusty, so I'm anticipating the second and third runs probably going to go a bit faster.
Brownie get in the car really sideways.
There, yeah.
Yes.
Tom Freeman, I'm not mistaken.
Nope, that was DJ.
I was mistaken. Amanda Hennessy in that really cool Impala SS.
This car makes all the right noises as well.
It's true.
That's right, Amanda. Do it for Dale.
Or Katie in this case. I think that is the most powerful car she's actually brought to the one lap ever.
I believe you're right.
Amanda, of course, a pretty decent driver in her own right. Just won at Monza a couple of times over in Europe in her
Argo.
Argo, yep. So that
prototype
we were talking
car.
about that last night, and she was telling me about the experience. Well, that's one way to do it. Just drift around the first one.
It's all season tires.
There you
Got
go.
plenty of grip.
Trying to figure out where she's to go here. It's run silent, run deep. There we go. Yep. So and then it is. We've got the our Roto-Rooter car coming up.
Yep. Chris Brierly, after a long absence from the event. believe 2017 was the last time that he was out with us.
Little bit of overrun.
You need drain clearage in Oklahoma, Chris Briley's your guy. Give him a call.
Yep. It just kind of snuck up on you, didn't it? All right, our GT500 with Todd Thompson and Mark. I think that's Mark behind the wheel, looks like. That DCT giving you a nice crisp upshift. Is this DJ or?
Nope. DJ was in the Silver Super.
Oh, that's right.
Chris collecting a cone there.
Yeah.
As we go through the week, we'll
Figure out
learn
who
all the
everybody
names
is.
that go with the cars.
Yeah. There's
It takes a day
car.
or two.
That's a red car.
Yeah.
It says Porsche on it.
Here comes Mark through the little whoopies.
You know what has hurt us in learning people's names this year? I see fewer and fewer cars with the names on the actual door.
I know. I think in the future that needs
It
to
has
be
to be mandatory.
Yes.
Or we're gonna give you names.
So
That's
now we got Farmer Rob
Yep.
in the Parts Farm 911 Turbo S.
With the brass wheels. Actually, they're more gold now, aren't they?
Yep.
Rob trying to figure out where the thin pedal is on the right. Oh, and it stands. He clipped it, but it stood.
Now we got another one of the Smoko Corvettes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's a Camaro.
No, that's a Corvette.
No, this is a Corvette. It just looks like a Corvette.
Day one, and we're already into the
I
silliness.
used to say Camaro with them.
Yeah, it used to be Camaro. If you need a loan for your race car, check out racecarloans.com.
Yep.
One of their sponsors.
Or do they loan you a race car? One way or the other.
I don't know.
There you go. What's it?
Tim White and his new C8 just found out the other day that his mom and dad live about 8 doors down from me.
Wow.
Never knew that.
Well, here's I think the only Viper here.
Yep.
Steve Loudon.
Yep, looks like Aaron's behind the wheel.
It does. Second place on the skid pad this morning. Running, looks like PS4S's to me.
No, Continentals. Should expect a good number out of Tim because he is a SCCA solo autocrosser.
You can expect a lot of things I found.
Yes, you can. We've got the second of our
I think this is
Toyotas.
the first of the smaller cars we've had come out here now, so I'm curious to see how this goes. Then we've got Randy behind it in that.
I hope he
Roush.
does. I hope he doesn't get into the vortex of danger.
There from Aaron. And he got some point in the right direction, and he's driving it away.
Didn't hit a cone, so
Didn't
no
hit-
penalty.
No penalty, but it's not going to be his best time of the day.
This is true.
Unless he does a double loop next time. Yeah, style points, but it's about it. Here's Randy. taking off in that noisy Roush Stage 3. Then we've got the foresights. Hopefully they have the foresight to get through here cleanly. The foresight. Sounded like the car wound down. That was an obnoxious noise.
Yes.
And there's Jason. Trying to capture Randy.
And here comes Randy.
Yeah, here it comes, Randy. Whoa, getting it sideways. I think he's got something to prove about now.
Randy Pope shreds more tires than Chipotle shreds lettuce.
There you go.
Here comes the Kentucky boys.
Yep.
In their Barney flavored Corvette.
It is true. We should call it Barney. Quiet as always. And then we've got the first of the Cardinal Conclave.
Yep.
One of these cars apparently didn't have fuel in it for the skid pad this morning, and it's a necessary thing. So Rob will now put that in the owner's manual. Yep. H2.
Appears to be Scott at the wheel of the first of the Cardinals.
Conclave, yeah. And another P car. Figuring out where the track goes.
Not 100% sure who's in that car, but they are from North Carolina, looking at the license tag.
There you go. Well, the car is.
Yeah, the car is. So now we got the first of the Hart cars. Justin's at the wheel.
They heart you.
Yep.
Little bomb down there with the traction control kicking in. And we've got another Porsche. I think we should go to Stuttgart next year at this rate.
Yeah, really. One Porsche finishes, another Porsche begins.
They seem very violent at the beginning, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure how much the launch control is actually helping right here because it's an immediate left.
So now we got Ed Gliss, Ross over there giving him some last minute
Yep.
press harder on the pedal.
He's just poking him.
Yeah.
I think he just has a stick and he's just like hitting him and poking him. That's the Ross Bentley method. Speed secrets. Go faster or I hit you.
Yes. All right, so here comes Ed in the Type R. Nice and quiet.
There's JD.
Almost looks like that helmet's about 3 sizes too small for JD.
Don't be cruel.
I was being nice.
Yeah, JD cruel.
Cruel. Oh, you and the dad jokes.
Oh, you've done it again.
Ed finishing up his run.
Almost. A little bit of understeering.
Ross shaking his head in disgust.
Ross going over with his notebook, about to hit him with it. It's going well.
And we got another Mustang.
It is. It's a good old Boss 302. You know, it's been a while since we've seen them represented appropriately.
JD finishing up his run. First of 3.
surrounded by another red Porsche.
I like the slow and vigorous. Yeah, slow and vigorous.
So I think JD went to the outside of that cone, so I think that was a DQ on this run.
Might have been.
Oh,
Joining
yeah.
us now is the
Jesus.
one-lap Messiah.
Yep.
So somebody's GPS told them to turn right, and they turned left, so they're lost out there on the back end.
Well, it's the Mustang, so being a Mustang owner, I can say this. Just put a crown next to it, and then it'll find its way home. It's fine. That's how that works.
You gathering data? Gathering stuff?
We are live, so we're not gathering as much as we are disseminating. Fred Edelman of Edelman Racing with his shirt on.
As the Boss 302 tips toes through the tulips.
That's, did somebody tell him this is for time? No.
Maybe not. All right, kids, who wants a mustache ride?
So fast. There you go. It is Ramathorn.
Yep. So James getting ready to get the okay to go.
And he should feel right at home here because there's a bunch of like KC
135s.
135s there, right? And apparently they have a whole bunch of like F-16s here also right now because the other base is under construction, so they were taken off here before we missed that.
Yep, I heard we missed that.
That would have been cool.
So we need to get with Hodges and see if he knows anybody at Whiteman Air Force Base, which is right next to Hedge Hollow, because that is the home of the B-2.
Well then, they could set one up for us.
Yeah,
I mean, we
just
are the
do a
one
quick
lap
flyby,
Yeah. Just tell him this is the one lap. You best get going. There he is, sideways, very side. He took the Randy line.
Well, Hodges does have a autocross run or two in that car.
He did a few. And there's Mark Mattice. He's probably wondering why there's a guy riding a bicycle. That's got to be a little distracting. I'm not sure I'm a fan about that one.
Okay, does the car have enough fuel?
Does the car, yes. And will it hold the boost? Because I heard a building. And he's off. Okay. And is this the other smoke or what's it?
Yes, Morgan's in this one.
There you go. It's a Camaro. See?
There's two Smoko Corvettes, and then there's a Camaro.
Can they all be Camaro?
No.
Mark Mattice finishing off, and my buddy Joe Duncan, who runs Terracross, had me throw this gentleman out this morning. Apparently they're friends from way up where, and went over and filmed that and then FaceTime Joe this morning. So Joe, if you're listening, lovely to talk to you this morning, buddy. Woo, that's a little bit of a snap, little tank slapper, very aggressive, makes it across the line.
Yep.
As the Dark Horse lookalike takes off in the 5-liter there.
Yep.
It's a very aggressive angle of attack on that wing. Tires talk. Yes. I mean, if you keep going, then it'll be like 4 or 5 or 6, but it's, have a short trip.
Here goes the Iowa Z06.
Mm-hmm. Then is this the individual who won this morning?
Number 40.
It is. So this is our winner from this morning right here. All right. right, let's see how.
And you still haven't told us who it is.
I did. I said who it was.
Oh,
I said
Soon
Soon Chen and Justin Shh. Very nice. And then we've got Andy Hollis is apparently going to do this remotely, being an autocross champ.
multi-time autocross champ.
Autocross champ. He's moved to photography on his phone. Robert Dubler taking off in all the chocolatey glory that is he.
Okay, Tom, if there's a red flag, you stop.
Cycling through fairly efficiently and quickly.
Yes, we are. Say we are.
Robert is meandering around. He's trying to find where Switzerland is.
Should have took the left turn at Albuquerque. Tom, a little aggressive on launch there.
I get the feeling on Robert's second run, he's just going to run through all the cones.
I think he went the long way around.
Yes. Yes. Well, I think it's going to be the Dubler cones. That was a little bit of clutch slip at the end there. Not sure he wants to launch like that again.
Fred, shouldn't you be getting ready?
78. I got time.
About 10 minutes. And here is Mark John.
Mark John.
Now we got the third of the Toyota PEs.
Yep. If memory serves correctly, isn't that Kirk Barber's old lawnmower?
Yes, it is. Hopefully we'll get to see Kirk at NCM on Tuesday.
A majestic start, if nothing else.
Yes.
And then, right after this Corvette, we've got the HP Tuners car, piloted, I think, by Adam, I see, behind the wheel there. HP Tuners, obviously, our media sponsor for this year, so this coverage and everything else this year brought to you by them. So, yeah, we're going to give them some good love here, right? It's a good-looking car either way.
And then right behind Adam
Is that's right.
Look David
at the size
Carr.
difference, though.
Yes.
Look at the size difference. That thing is gigantic.
And the sounds it makes are incredible.
Adam Spence out and away. HP Tuners obviously there for you if you're looking for diagnostics as you're on the road or as you're driving, as well as if you're looking to tune your vehicle. They have the tune and the package for you, so go on and check them out at hptuners.com. Show them some love because they've certainly done us a huge help. Wow. That just left off the line.
Doesn't quite have the volume turned up on the exhaust.
It doesn't have it turned up to 11.
And here comes Adam to finish off his first of 3 runs on the Autocross.
drama-free. Nicely done there. And David Carr actually hustling pretty darn good.
Yep.
Doing a great job.
David's first trip to one lap since 2022.
Yep.
When he and Pete Bank got to nerd out together for a week.
Yep. Or for most of the week, right?
Most of the week,
Most of the week. Pete Bank, of course, helping out the Random Vandals most of the time now.
Yep.
Over in the IMSA world. Got another hard entry here.
Yep.
Oh yeah, keep it up, baby.
And
So
so
we
we got Hodges here with us, and I was thinking, you know,
Which is
Monday
always dangerous.
Monday we're going to be at Hedge Hollow.
Okay.
So you know what's right next to Hedge Hollow?
I do not.
Whiteman.
Oh, okay. You guys want to go?
You
see
got
some
you got
bombers
any you got
and
any
some
buddies
nukes
that work
and stuff
at
like that?
you got any buddies that work at Whiteman that can maybe procure a flyover?
No, unfortunately not. I wish I did.
What, you don't have any buddies, or you can't figure out
Both. Both. You got to have buddies that have the flyover. I'm working on that part. You know.
What if we bring them like the lunch bag that never ends full of snacks that we were talking about earlier? Would that work?
We can ask. I mean, I'm willing to bring my backpack full of snacks and say, hey, Grayson's with the flyover.
Right.
We'll see how that goes.
I mean, it's what, a couple 100,000 worth of fuel. It's nothing.
That's chump change in the government.
See, exactly.
We're good.
Yes. Speaking of which, you know, look how much money the government spends on this guy every year.
I mean, for him to be able to afford a Buc-ee's T-shirt.
Actually, Zeus bought it for me. I couldn't even afford it. This is on loan. I have to give it back to him after it's over.
I'm gonna have to do one of those like videos that I did for Billy.
So your next run, you need to do it in the Buc-ee's jumper.
No. That's Zeus's thing. I'm gonna let him keep it. I don't want to steal from that thunder.
Hey Zeus, what do you think?
It's in the car. You should do it.
It'll be
A little head over the helmet.
Yes.
A little bit.
If it flies out on the run, I don't know what happened. It just flew out.
We're still talking about the uniform, right?
Hodges willing not to take one for the team.
Yes. You know, you've changed.
I have.
Yeah.
Changed.
Wars changed a man.
You go to get some Djibouti, and it just
Don't
changes.
come back the same. You just don't come back the same.
Oh my God! All right.
Can we send him back and get a cooler lieutenant colonel?
Probably not. Probably not.
I wonder how cocky he's going to become when he gets full bird. That's
Nothing.
Well, I mean, he's with Jesus.
Like a social media post away from getting fired every day at that point. You looked at the way things have gone.
especially when you post those pictures on Djibouti Tinder with your
Right.
your muscle shirt.
Right? That's one way to lose a job real quick.
Yep.
Michael DeBrayu in his
M5 estate
wagon.
Wagon.
Neil Simon, his co-driver.
And did they not have an engine in that car like yesterday?
That's what he said. Like,
And Neil's running around with busted ribs.
It's going well. The posts. Neil Simon with his puppy.
So I guess the answer to the question is they are bringing that dog with them all week.
That they are.
Looks like a either a whippet or maybe I think it's a whippet.
Good.
Do-do-do-do-do.
Devo, should call him.
I think it is fitting that the car that is number 59 is a Porsche.
Yeah, you would. Brought to you by Brian's Hat.
Bowie Gray taking off in his
Yep.
mini Beamer.
A memer.
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 Looks like we got Bob and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Yeah. I see him. The man.
Hey kids, here comes Uncle Howard.
Dun, dun, dun. I like how he takes his glasses off to do driving when he needs his glasses. Not wanting to upset the bar in the back.
Yep.
And here we've got Jim Bob.
Yep.
With his breast cancer awareness stickers at the top. So when you look at that car, all of those stickers up top are individuals who have donated to him, and he's been doing this for quite some time and with the same cause. So well done, Jim Bob.
If you need any car repairs in the Mount Joy, Pennsylvania area, Jim Bob's your guy.
Man. Yep.
Robert's Auto Service.
And this was our Cardinal Coupe from last year, is it not?
Yes, it is.
Looks like it's sustained some battle scars, but it's here.
And here comes Chad Lowers. In
the Germans are well represented in the estate wagon class.
Yes, they are.
Right?
Chad got into the event last minute.
Yep, 3 days before. Right?
Yep, sure did. After campaigning that M3 for years with Justin Duthie, miss you, Justin. Yep. Chad decided to go and serve our country as a helicopter pilot in the U.S. Army, and got out and moved to Colorado and got married and started a family. And
there's a lot of vans in there.
Yes.
He's done quite a few things since he's been.
First time that we've seen Justin in, I believe, 9 years.
Yep.
But great to have him back.
Absolutely. There's a few returning faces this year.
Yeah, we need to see if he's got a big stack of $2 bills. I know that was Justin's thing on the one lap, but see if he's continuing that tradition. As Chad's finishing up his first run.
Followed by your favorite, Bri, the Rambler.
Oh, yeah. Giggity. The Rambler Ambassador Wagon. They call it the War Wagon.
Or the Ragon. Another Lotus.
Yeah, it's funny how the dad bod car mod guys have gone from Corollas
to Lodi.
To Lotuses. And of course, and here comes another one.
Another, yep.
And I wonder if they're carrying multiple engines on their trailer like they've have in the past. Because it is a Toyota engine.
It is.
If they have any problems, they can stop by a Toyota dealership and pick up parts.
Well, some of it.
Some
of it. I seem to recall owning one of these vehicles, and the experience wasn't tremendously positive.
I remember one year, Eric Cullens and Old Man Steve brought one, and I think they had to stop about every other day at a Toyota dealer and get coil packs for the car.
Whee! And the cone stayed up and he kept it in, so well done.
He said, not my cone, not my penalty.
Yep.
Here's Scott Mattis in the one-eyed, one-horn, just the purple people eater.
Why is this? Okay, there we go. Scott, of course, one of the instructors at the Extreme Driving Experience, right?
Extreme Experience. Yep.
And Fred Edelman.
What the Fred?
What the Fred? Well, you know, it's interesting decal placement. It's the first time I've seen our placard on the rear and the number behind the NASA stuff, which goes in the front, and the you know, tech decal is at a very interesting angle. That didn't sound good. That sounded very metallic.
Here comes Scott finishing up his first run. Keeping the car planted really well through that tight section there.
He is.
We got Wing Grandpas.
Yep,
Who we
John
got?
Wendell.
We got Wendell at the wheel.
He found the gear.
Yep.
But it is an automatic, so it should have been in it anyway.
We got Amos getting ready to take off, and the person that always used to talk to me online when Amos was running is standing right behind me, his lovely wife Elizabeth, coming out for the first time this year.
Welcome. Amos out in the way. Let's make Amos famous.
And now got the Griswolds.
It doesn't sound right without them in the van, within the truckster, right?
It's
It's wrong.
I know it is.
It's like they've turned to the Vaders.
Yeah, we got the McKay brothers
That
there.
was an McKay start.
Okay, Anakin, step it up.
That was, yeah. That was it. Still an McKay start.
Okay. I got the dad joke.
I'm gonna keep repeating it until you laugh, Brian.
Amos finishing up his first run.
A mini. It's the mini Mintons.
We got Brad and Hal. Hal,
Or Hal and
setting-
Brad.
Hal and Brad. I said Brad and Hal because it's alphabetical order.
Yeah, but it's fun to say Howlin' bread. Whee! Oh,
Brad and
right.
Hal and Brad. Brad, you remember from our interviews?
Yeah. Second one, I think we did our first one. No, first was Thompson. Second
Yep.
one was Minton. Yep. Yeah.
I believe that is our only Nissan in the field this year.
I think it is. Oh, gone are the days of the GTRs all over the place, aren't they, right?
Yep. We had those quite a few years of GTR dominance with Lee Keene, and then
I mean, we had
Hugh?
Lee, we had Hugh, we had Bob,
Robert?
we had, yeah, exactly. We had Catesby, right? And who else do we have? We had a smattering, Chris Smith in one year, right?
Yep.
And Todd Trefford, and so we've had so many GTRs, but yeah, year after year they kind of gone away, and now, we just see that Corvette, Supra, and Porsche really the majority of the field.
yeah,
We used to see tons more BMWs as well. And speaking of BMWs, and Brian, this is what you're going to be taking over.
I'm not
after
taking over
this
the car.
event. Well, not the car, no. But the duties of the Brock Yates Memorial Fund, as that is the entry there, driven by Steven Rossini. Okay, got it around. Brian, of course, taking over the responsibilities for the Brock Yates Memorial Fund, so he's going to be telling you all to go to the website and to donate. And heck, if you're not doing anything now on a Sunday after you finish watching the F1 sprint race with that kind
Saturday.
of debacle, Saturday, right? Well, today's a sprint race.
yeah.
There we go.
Ray taking off in the
Leroy
2002.
Jenkins. Leroy Jenkins, that's what it's got to be.
Leroy Jenkins.
So yeah, if you're not doing anything on this lovely Saturday after having watched the sprint race, and after our amazing coverage concludes, feel free to, while you're at the computer, go on to Alzheimer's Association Brock Yates Memorial Fund and loosen up that wallet.
That's right. We're at over 180,000 raised so far, and we're really wanting to get to 200K this year.
It's a good number.
Yeah.
It's a good number.
And we got the, I can never pronounce their last name correctly. Yeah, something like that.
Zucchinis. Zucchinis.
Ray finishing up his run.
And there's the start of the second run group now.
Yeah.
Or the second
run group.
Yeah, okay. I said the thing right.
So yeah, I figure we'll get the first few pointy cars here.
As they've now acclimated themselves at speed with this course, might be a little interesting.
So it looks like second run today, Mike Babcock is going to be in the Red Rocket.
Yep. Instead of Scott, because I see Scott hanging out there.
Yep.
Yep. That's a very loud E-ray.
That is a very loud E-ray.
Eco-friendly.
The E-ray makes my ears bleed. Babcock in the Red Rocket.
Certainly getting an aggressive start, and Super K looks like, were they in the same position, or have they moved up a little bit? I think they were further back last time.
I really don't think they're going in any particular order. Andy putting that power down very quickly.
Yep. Although something happened, and I'm not quite sure what. I'm guessing he may have missed a cone or a gate. And here's your brown field.
Brownie sawing at that wheel right off the bat. The starter having to bring the car right up to the light so they don't get any unfair advantage.
Yep. Apparently somebody's resetting something somewhere, because they were about to give him a go, and Brownie hustling around pretty good. So we have a clear track right now. I don't see anybody actively
See anyone
fixing
moving
anything.
to fix anything? I don't know if we
wonder
had
they have
maybe
an issue with timing.
Yep. Oh, maybe so, because it looks like they're trying to
their
restart a generator over there.
Their generator hath gone down. I see Brock and Robert talking. The chocolate and the bonbon standing together.
And it's like we've got power back to the old generator there.
Trying to plug back in the timing equipment. We run like a well-oiled machine.
Well, we
just
do.
out of fuel.
Yeah, just about out of fuel. Hey, we got 21 people watching us right now. So why don't you do a little top of the hour reminder of who we are, where we're at, and what we're doing.
Where are we? Well, hello, 21 people watching. If you've missed the initial, this is the 2025 Tire Rack One Lap of America, presented by Grassroots Motorsport Magazine, with all of this lovely coverage that you are watching on this Saturday, brought to you by HP Tuners. We are here at Grissom Air Force Base. If you haven't figured that one out, in Peru, Indiana, we are doing the autocross portion of day one. We finished our wet skid pad, and now we're here before we head out to Gateway in St. Louis after this. So hopefully, since we're down for a minute, we can show you the sights and sounds before we take off, because we've stuck through the whole first session, and we're going to hit the road in a little while, but they're still trying to sort things out. They've given
There
a
we go.
thumbs up. All right. Well, that got away fairly efficiently.
Yes, it did.
Tom Freeman.
DJ taking off in
was DJ?
Yep, in Dave's Supra.
Yep. A little more conservative this time. I think she's actually going for her time
Yep.
as opposed to showboating.
And if you noticed, Katie was riding shotgun in the
yeah,
back
she's
seat.
Yep. All right, here's the Michelin Corvette about to take off.
Yep. Running on the all seasons. Team PGR Tesla. Amanda got one.
Oh, it's tagging up. It stayed up.
Yeah, but it moved about 10 feet.
Yeah.
Hey, Cone boy, you better get out of the way quick. Todd Thompson getting ready to watch Mark launch off on his second run.
Whee! The pendulum effect worked out well for him in
Yes,
that
it did.
case.
Hey, he kept the momentum going.
He did.
I got Rob taking off in the Parts Farm Porsche.
Our trophy sponsor.
As Mark finishes up his second run. Saw Rob weaving back and forth there. I think we got a video the other day of him in his tractor when the auto steer went down and the John Deere was going back and forth.
Very similar. Steve Loudon. See if he can get around this time without going for a loop-de-loop.
Steve at the wheel this time.
He was, yeah. So yes, there are more than two. By one.
I just counted on my phone.
I think we should hang through Randy. What do you think?
I think we should hang through Randy as well.
And then we'll start skedaddling back and doing the outro. I want to see if he takes that fun line again. I think that car is hilarious because when he does get off the throttle, it does literally sound like a wind-up toy winding down.
Meow.
You got Jason. He's coming to join us again to watch Randy. Let's get Randy. Keeping it nice and tidy. This is tidy whitey as he goes around through the chicanes. On the back section coming up, and this is where he got a little out of shape coming up here on the run. Here we go. Let's see how he does in the braking zone. Braking a little bit more gently this time. Starting to get in. There we go. Much nicer, much cleaner. Being patient, getting into it, and coming across the line. Well done, Randy. Well, that'll about conclude our live coverage. Now, yeah, I've gone through puberty. That'll about conclude our live coverage.
They did that on purpose.
They did that on purpose. Our live coverage for today for the 2025 Tire Rack One Lap of America, presented by Grassroots Motorsport Magazine at Grissom Air Force Base, with all this coverage brought to you by HP Tuners. I'm Solomon, Brian behind the camera, and Brian behind that camera. Thanks for joining us today. Follow along for some more updates and set your timer tomorrow for 9 a.m. where we'll be bringing you the live action from Gateway in St. Louis. Until then, take care.